Okay, everyone, we're going to try this over again. I tried 3 times to get on with my iPad. It's not working. So we are going to do a Mythical Goddess Tarot reading today. And I'm going to say, instead of just an intuitive tarot reading, which they all are, this is going to be also very much focused on what is our soul's journey through this full moon energy. That's pretty big intensity for change. Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you here. Can you all feel it? A lot of movement, a lot of shift. It's good to take an esoteric look at this, an objective look at this energy, so that, so that we can make sure that we're doing this in the highest way possible. The highest way possible is, hey Elizabeth, is so that we can get beyond the fear that we may be feeling around the change. You know, it's big energy. It's time to really come into a new way of being. And with every new way of being, there's a death of the old patterns. So what do you need right now? As I'm tuning in to the cards to ask what we all need to know, tune into what you need right now to make some honest change, to be able to vocalize what you need so that the changes can be of heart, they can be of fulfillment, they could be of taking a higher road that is not only the best for you, but for the best for everyone else that you're involved with. Personally, so it's about relationships, work, just living life. Hey, everybody. Hey, Amy. Hey, Christina. Great to see you all. Thanks for hanging in there and us getting online now. So I've got the Mythical Goddess Tarot here. I've also got the Master's Light Wisdom Oracle. So we'll be looking at a 15-card spread to take a look at this energy over the next 30 days and then how it's going to flow out through the end of the year. Because as we're moving into solstice this next month and to the New Year's, there's a lot of endings and a lot of new beginnings. So we're going through the darkest time of the light on the planet. And hey, howdy, Amy. And that'll be coming back with the solstice. So let's see where we are. In this 15-card spread, I'm going to explain all the card positions so that you can learn through experience here with me. And if any of you would like to do a class on working with the tarot and the oracle deck together, or just either of both, let me know. Hi, love. Hello, everybody. All right, so the first 3 cards, we're asking about what's this full moon energy? How do we navigate these big change energies? How to do it with love? And the first 3 cards have to do with who are we in regards to this question right here and now in this very moment. So we got an interesting card to come up first. There's 3 of them. This is the Child of the Wind card, which is the mental suit. So as we are moving into this phase of the moon energy, we're actually pretty free mentally right now, which is a really good thing to have this freedom. There's magic, there's freedom, there's childlike nature. So imagine with your mental self, honor that freedom that you have to be open to big ideas, to greater magic, to growing, to having fun with this movement of this full moon. You know, when you read about it, it sounds kind of intense, which it is. But this is great because the mental suit is one of the most negative suits that there is. It's about our earth journey. And when we are moving into this new phase, it's good to look at our thoughts. It's good to look at our attitudes. This tells me that we are much more free than any of this intensity can hold us down. This is about flying above. It's also about, in this new moon phase, getting clear. It says that we're moving into the moon with this Maiden of Wind, another mental suit card, is telling us have clarity as you move into this. What do you want? What are your thoughts about change? What are your, this tells me that you're probably more clear than you really think you are, which is always good to know that this is about getting above the minutia of the earth life and seeing more clearly. which let's do that. It also tells me that we've got some integrity going into this. These are great cards to move into this moon energy. It's great energy. There's freedom, there's new beginnings, there's some clarity, and this integrity card tells me that with your spiritual fiery self, you're connected with both your subconscious and conscious mind. There is some integrity here between your higher self and your earthly self. So pay attention to what you want. Pay attention to how you want to work with these energies, and know that you can create very clearly in this medicine of what I'm seeing in these cards. Okay, the next 3 cards have to do with what's the big picture over the next 30 days, but I also intended it to go into the new year. What energy are we riding with this full moon? And one of the cards tells me this is a time of completion, which makes a lot of sense. Anything that you're done with, behaviors, the way energies are depleting to you, just graduations of sorts. It's time in this big picture to let go of what has been, to be, really courageous in doing that, fiery, burn away the stuff that no longer suits you, and really be with this energy of moving around the cycle, coming into the light, and letting go of any of the darkness and negativity that no longer suits you. So that this is a new cycle of great opportunity. This is a new cycle that brings the benefits of completion. How you end things is more important than how you begin them, so that you get all the nourishment and the good out of it. The other card sitting next to the completion card is this beauty card. She's an earth card. She's the maiden. So her focus here is being grounded on the earth, enjoying the beauty of life, being able to take in the blessings of nature and the world around you, your connectivity to all that is on this planet. It's also got this Capricorn energy. So it tells me in the big picture, we need to get connected to earth through this process of letting go and coming back to the focus of beauty. Beauty within ourselves, beauty within our lives. Now, the other thing that's going on in this area of the big picture is during this time, this isolation card says, as much as you may want to do a full moon ceremony tonight or coming up, take time to go within. Take time to step aside from the crowds. Take time to step aside from others, to journal, to meditate, to do ritual and ceremony, and to pay attention to what's most important within your own thought process, within your own belief system, within your connection to the heavenly realm. So pay attention if you want to go to a party, but you need to go within. And that, Amy, we'll see you in a while. You can come back and pick up later. So anyway, this card is important within the completion. Take time to meditate. Take time to reflect upon what has been. What's the good out of all the things that you're graduating from? What's the good and the juice that you're taking and the alchemy from anything that you're letting go of? And to make sure that you really are honoring your journey, and that they're, hey, Jill, nice to see you here. And that as you honor your journey and go within, you can really integrate these past journeys, past patterns, past experiences, to really come into light and be in balance within your inner self and your outer world, your outer reality. Okay, the next 3 cards have to do with what are our challenges and our opportunities. And it's very powerful, the cards that showed up in this section. Now, one of the first cards that we have is the Ace of Water, the Ace of Seas, Ecstasy. And this is a great card to have as one of the cards of challenges and opportunities. This whole section is about our lessons and our growth and the opportunities that come from these challenges of new beginnings or new ways of life, and what we're letting go of, what we're coming into. So an ace, I'm going to give you a sageism. Sage Holloway wrote this deck. I always have these sageisms because I painted this with her guidance. And She says all the aces in the deck have to do with blessings, angels who are here to help us. And it's not hard energy. So this tells me as we come into this moon energy, and we already got the guidance to go within, really go into the yumminess of your emotional body and what you truly desire, what makes you ecstatic. You know, with the ace here, it tells me that we've got helpers coming in the big picture with this moon energy to come into the fulfillment of pleasure and ecstasy in ourselves. The changes, the letting go and the new birth that this full moon energy offers us is to come into these heart spaces that are yummy. And it's not always easy for us to do that with change. We're going to face any fear that we need to when we let go of something, to come into something greater. And so this tells me the angels and our higher selves are collaborating with this moon energy to help us get more pleasure and yumminess within our very beings and the way we live our lives, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. But that is an emotional suit card. Now we have two goddesses, first two goddesses that have shown up in this reading that are also here. We've got Mother Mary, the sacrifice card in the lessons. Now this is an interesting card. In the traditional tarot, it is the Hanged Man. And Sage redesigned this deck to bring in the goddesses and to elevate it into an Aquarian perspective, a New Age perspective. And it tells me that our challenge is to take all that we're letting go of and to take it to let go of the finiteness of things and go to the higher octave of eternal life. Go to the higher octave that you really don't lose anything when you let go. If it's a person, a place, a thing, an old way of being, you're letting go of the things that don't work. And you're bringing in the essence of the love and of the light and of the wisdom of your sacred contracts with people, with your journey of work, your career, what makes you happy. This is about ultimately coming back to that place of the Sacred Heart and knowing that all is truly given to you as you let go of what is finite, what is just completely earthly, because everything cycles through. Go to the soul essence of your journey, of what you're letting go of. Ask for the higher divine energy of your true love, that you never lose anything. This is a journey of learning and a journey of fulfillment. I hope that makes sense. You're sacrificing. That word means to make sacred. So make sacred your work in the world. Make sacred your health and your well-being of your temple of your body. Make sacred your relationships with others. If you've had conflict with others, make sure that do your best to take it into ceremony and to make it sacred, knowing that if it's a hard time, it's the greatest growth opportunity you have for these people that truly love you on a soul level. Even if you have challenges, that's the growth opportunity. So put that on your altar tonight and through this time period to see how you can grow with love and get not woo-woo or frou-frou. This is sacred work we're doing. Okay, the third card in the lessons or the opportunities is Lilith. It's all about taking our power back, folks. If you want to be in a sacred relationship or sacred work in your life, sacred relationship with self, then this is about, your lesson and your growth opportunity here is that you are equal, that you are powerful, that you are getting honest about being able to truly fly and be who you are. No compromise, true honesty. And that in that ability to take flight, you find out what great fun and love it is to live your life here on this planet. So Lilith is intense. She was born out of the same substance as Adam in the original sacred texts going back to early Judaism and ancient Samaria. And she is this ancient goddess who, when Adam didn't want to play equally, she called God and said, hey, I want to get out of here. I want to have my life equal as to what Adam's is. And so she's all about sensuality, sexuality, personal power, equality. So our challenge with letting go of what is disempowering in this moon energy and to come full on to be honest about how truly powerful you are to be you, which is the amazing thing to be. However, life is not always easy, right? Okay, so we got 3 more cards for the action. What do you do with this information? How do you get to that fulfillment of that sacred self and ecstasy in your life and true personal power where you've let go of the things that don't work? All right, so one of the things, we got some more wind cards in here. Hello, Tara and Robin. So we've got the 2 of wind, which is balance. You can see it very much in the artwork. You see day and night. You've got the energy of the moon and Libra here. So part of our action during this moon phase is to be contemplative, but also to be mindful about how we speak and use our thoughts. Hi, Tara. It's good to see you. And know that, you know, our inner self, our lunar self, and our solar self can live in balance in the way that we manage these energies. I literally look at this card and go, as that moon is full, go within and stand in that moon and then bring that energy into your conscious mind about how you want to choose. Choose within balance between your inner thoughts, hopes, and dreams and the way that you choose in your everyday life. It's really important. That's why the journaling earlier seems to be an important idea in this moon phase, is to do your meditation, to do all your consciousness type work, to be reflective about and mindful. I get the word mindful. Be mindful what you speak and act. Be mindful how you bring what's important to you on the inside and bring it out into this world. These energies, from what I understand in this moon, can be kind of volatile and agitating as we shift out. So be mindful that you act and speak from the highest mental possible place so that what you're creating is out of love. You know, if we're letting go of stuff, there might be some fear and things that kind of create some friction. So take responsibility for that so that however you interact with others is from that mindful place of clarity. The other card, one of the other cards here, is pleasure. I love this card. It keeps coming back. That part of our taking our power back is to return to the yumminess and emotional part of ourselves, to be in pleasure. What do you give yourself during this time that brings you full-on open-heartedness and pleasure? You see this mermaid sitting in the water. She's got beautiful flowers all around her. She's sitting on a rock, and she's just completely taken the sun in, and her heart's as open as it can be. What gives that to you? How can you practice that right now? How can you give that to yourself, but also give that to others? I was speaking with a friend this weekend who I did a reading for, and you know, there's a really big, simple concept, but not always easy. Give, give, give. Empty yourself of all the beauty, love, and light that you have because you make space for more. Be mindful how you give it. Give it out of abundance. Give it out of generosity, and then let go. And see how that opens your heart into greater and greater pleasure. Letting go of expectations, doing your best to simply give from that open-hearted place because it creates that space for more and more pleasure and love to come to you. All right, the other card in the action is Mama Gaia. She's the world card in our tarot deck. She is all about relationships, that everyone is our kin on this planet, from the plants, the animals, the birds, the trees, and all the humans as our kin. She's also like, go get a lottery ticket. And this lottery ticket to me, as I'm looking at this, is very relational. It's connectivity. You know, be open to opportunity. Be open to who you're connecting to in this time. Look for the magic. You may even kind of load yourself. Hey, Linda. Hey, Tracy. Load yourself up mentally and emotionally as to, I wonder who I'm going to meet today that brings blessings, that I bless, that they bless me. What would it be like? as this change goes on, that all my soul relations get bigger and better and more amazing. That there are blessings that are coming, and that you look for them and you are open to the possibilities. Because she tells me that everything here is going to come to fruition for us as we're grounded and we're open to the blessings that the world brings to us. All right. What's the outcome if we stay on this path with this moon energy? Oh, yes. Good cards here today, everyone. Okay. We're moving through a cycle. It's obvious this is the Earth card cycles. It's Capricorn energy in Jupiter. Everything's in flow as we move with this energy. This is infinity, as you see the snake energy, the Ouroboros. But you also see like the heavenly great cosmic void and the earth below. So know that as you hope, dream, and desire, that what is in your inner world is coming to your outer world. That's why it's important to clean out and let go of the things that limit us. Oops, there comes the dogs. Speaking today, sorry gang. Hey, Sadie. They're going to be in here. Sadie. Come on. There must be a cat or some other dogs out here. Hang on. They're making a lot of noise. Sorry, gang. All right. They want to bark on the completions here and say goodbye to all this stuff that no longer serves us. And know that we are bringing in a new cycle. And this new cycle is as abundant as we want to create it. So pay attention to how you hope and dream. And you stay inward and bring the inner mindfulness out into your physical reality. Okay, my dogs want to say hello. Hello. All right. The cool thing, I pulled this card earlier for myself. Maiden of Revolution, fire. We have passion, fire, spirit coming in big. And this card is really important. Maiden Revolution tells me that with this moon energy of clearing out the old and bringing in these new vibes, we're born anew more honestly. This is revolutionary. Are you ready for a revolution in your life? Let's do it, okay? Let's get beyond our fear and absolutely bring in evolution. The original name of this painting that was adapted for this card is Wild Woman of My Soul. So dream big, let go of the stuff that limits you, get honest, and you are coming in. Hey, Pam. You are coming into greater fiery energy as you follow this heart space, as you let go of attachments and open up to the divine. And you are real about what you truly desire and go back to pleasure. Stay in balance between your inner world and outer world. And you're revolutionizing your life. And I am welcoming that for all of us. That as we are happier, we're more on fire and being ourselves, the world's a better place. That's the greatest action we can do for this planet. And it tells me that as we go through this energy, we complete, we let go, we go within, we sacrifice, let go, come back into our power, come back into emotional ecstasy. We're going to be more and more centered into how we create our reality. This card centering is also, it's an interesting card that's all focused on the light. The original name of this painting that was adapted for this card is Dreamweaver, which is the name of the store I used to own. And she is all about focusing in the light to create what you truly desire. So she's perfect for, we're going to be more centered as we let go and come into our true nature, honest about what we want and create from that place with love. And we're going to be magical beings in the light, focused on the light, bringing more and more of that into our everyday life. So I hope this reading, well, you know what? We're going to pull 5 more cards with the Master's Light Wisdom Oracle. So this is a deck I released last year. And it's really fun to mix the Tarot cards with these Master's cards, because I've got this basic foundation. Now I'm going to do an overlay on it so it becomes more multidimensional. So I'm asking, who are the guides and helpers here that are going to help us with each section that I just read for you? So, and I did something last yesterday that I think is really important. There's 5 sections here, but I pulled a couple of cards and asked who's holding the greater energy for all of this to be come to fruition in the way that's the highest and best good for us. Knowing that we've got celestial beings, we've got angels, we've got archangels, and we've got ascended masters, goddesses, Mayan masters. We've got all kinds of helpers. And the more helpers that we can invoke and work with, well, can't hurt anything, right? I'm welcoming all their help because I sure need it. You know, as far as I go on this path, the more I know I'm very human and can always use some support. So I'm going to pull a card for each section, and I am just being guided to pull from wherever they are in the middle of the deck. And I'm going to pull 2 cards that are specific to who's holding us through this next month and into the end of the year. And what I get here, I'm going to talk about those 2 cards first. Well, this is perfect. This is the Mayan Master Emish receptivity. She is the red dragon energy and the Mayan oracle energy. And her guidance is to rest in the fertile, dark womb of the primal mother. You are nurtured and supported. So literally, this is all of us and this time period being held in this Pele Kundalini type energy that Emish offers us, the red dragon. And you'll notice that there's a mama holding a baby that's surrounded by this protection of the red dragon. It's very earthy, it's very womb-like. And in the back, you see this volcano erupting. So it's fascinating because it is completions, it's letting go, but also bringing in safety, womb space to birth new realities. So this is about also, the word is receptivity. Be receptive to being held in this time period. That you are not alone as this change takes place, that you're being held in a safe container for massive change and new life to come. It's important to feel safe. The other card that's important is another Mayan master, which I find interesting. So this is inspiration, Ik, Master Ik. And it's about polarity. It's about taking 2 different forces and bringing them together to create, also with the breath. It's also called white wind. And it's about using the breath or to inspire to create. So as you're being held in this deep womb space, know that as you breathe and you imagine and you bring the ideas of thought forms and breath together, is that you're bringing that light into form into the world, that space is being held for us, for new beginnings. Okay. All right. This is awesome. So who we are as we begin this, excuse me, full moon energy. We got Lord Ganesha here. I love it. Lord Ganesha, remover of obstacles. He's the Hindu god who's well known as the first shaman in the Himalayas. And his guidance is new beginnings are on the way. Release attachments to the old. Move forward in love. So that goes right along with who we are right now, is that we've got the support to be who we are, to be in integrity between our true selves and our earthly experiences, and to move mountains, to move the energy that we need that's been old, stagnant, doesn't work for us, and to help us move forward with this full moon energy. And I love it. Big picture. To help us with that big picture is dream a new dream. So this goes so well with all these, everything I've read about this astrology. It's like complete, let go. We got completion in this part. And we've got dream a new dream, which is literally the name of this painting that was adapted for this Pleiadian angel of dreaming. She's all about paying attention to your night dreams and your daydreams. So we are dreaming our reality is something that we'd say in metaphysics or shamanism, is that here as we imagine anew, make sure you seed your daydreams and your night dreams with what you desire. This is a really disciplinary type thing, is to make sure that we're dreaming from hope, love, purity, joy, and not fear. So notice if any fear comes up, and ask this Pleiadian angel of dreams to help you dream the best dream that you could dream beyond anything you could imagine. All right. Who's going to help us with the challenges? Well, I love it. Mother Shakti Kundalini, Sacred Union. All right. This card is about Kundalini energy. If you haven't worked with it, it'd be a good time to do so. Learn about it. This is about ecstasy, which is kind of interesting because guess who we had? We had ecstasy sitting here in our challenges. So we have this energy within our own very beings, our own bodies, to unlock from our root, to bring up through our spine and through meditation, through Kundalini practices, through creativity, sensuality, sexuality, to unite our inner selves with our outer selves. So our conscious minds and our subconscious. This was the Lover's card in the regular tarot deck, but it's been elevated to being at one with self, being at one with spirit. And that is what's going to help us take our next steps to move into the sacred, into our power, and into our joy. All right. These are amazing. All right. So what's going to help us with our action? We had the World card, we had mental balance, and we had pleasure in the emotional suit. So we've got Buddha who showed up here. Lord Gautama the Buddha and enlightenment. So this, again, it comes back to our thoughts can create or destroy. This is about mindfulness, planting seeds of loving kindness with every word, every thought, to know that that is part of the action and that this energy is going to help us to balance our inner selves, our inner mental, and our outer mental. And I was saying it already, so it doesn't surprise me that Buddha brings this enlightened energy into our action, that it is about being mindful to get to where we want to be. So bring that loving kindness and mindfulness in to everything that you do, everything that you act. Oh, well, and the outcome can't be any better than this. Lord Metatron, Archangel, and Ascended Master Metatron is here to tell us that as this Maiden of Revolution that's sitting here, the cycles and centering card is very connected to our soul's enlightenment. It's about awakening. We're going to the next step. We're being initiated into a higher octave. So, expect sudden inspiration, spiritual downloads, increased intuition, and expanded awareness as you go through this full moon cycle and work with these energies. So I hope this was beneficial to you today and that you get a lot of love and healing out of this, a lot of hope and inspiration. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere in our near futures. And if you haven't, go on my website. Hate to give this but we've got some specials going on, from soul portrait discounts to Mythical Goddess Tarots on sale through midnight tonight, along with the Masters of Light and my book, Artist, Shaman, Healer, Sage. So love you all. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you somewhere in our future.